Hi there and welcome. This should be a short one today. Disclaimers, these are my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. Now, I just have one thing to speak about today because I'm a bit perplexed. So again, I'm asking for thoughts and opinions. What the fucking hell is going on at the co-op? Now, backstory, like to dabble in a bit of gardening. I do have a gardening YouTube channel because I was majorly into gardening a couple of years ago. Things have happened. I've lost my will to fucking live, to be fair. I've not got any seeds going this year. I've got nowhere to bloody plant them anyway. And usually 1 year I'd planted in beginning of February. I got very excited that year. Not so excited, I wet my plants. And so, but usually come March, I'll be planting several different kinds of tomatoes at least. But usually I'll do like cucumbers and stuff like that, like done potatoes 1 year. Grew a cauliflower in a tub, which I was told that you couldn't do. You can't grow cauliflowers in pots, so I did that just to be awkward, really. But I'll plant my tomato seeds out, and I like a variation, so I'll do yellow ones, I'll do big fat ones, and little diddy ones, and cherry ones in the middle. I've got some black cherry ones and shit like this. So over the past few years, my garden has just been full of tomato plants. Grew tobacco 1 year, that was quite interesting. Actually, it don't smoke too bad. It's a bit of an arse to dry out and whatever. It's not the growing of it, it's the tree in it, but it smoked all right. Anyways, so I start off my tomatoes and usually end up, once I think I had 27. That can't be right. 1 year I just grew a load and then gave them out to people, like all at my own expense, bought all the mud, bought the pots as they were getting bigger and whatever, and then it's like, do you want a free tomato plant? You know what I mean? Just for shits and gigs. Well, because I worked at a community orchard that's very much nothing to do with the fucking community, and I was a bit pissed off for the fact that the community weren't involved in the community, so I decided to take it upon myself to bring the community into it. Anyways, let's get to the co-op. So every year I start my tomatoes off, and when my tomatoes are yay big, I go into the co-op, and they've got tomato plants and strawberry plants. Every year they have tomato plants and strawberry plants. Now, of course, these strawberry and tomato plants were always £1 till the cost of living crisis. Sorry, the soaring profits of retail establishments meant that the price went up to £1.25p, in line with inflation. Fuck knows, mate. The numbers ain't meant to add up. £2.59 for a tin of baked beans, mate. Regular tin of baked beans, £2.59. The world's gone nuts. And anyways, something shady. I think personally that this is particularly shady, because these plants are usually really well-established, good, sturdy plants, because they'll have been grown in specific conditions. So when my little ones are just getting going yay big, these are big fucking chunky bastards. So I always get a couple of them. I don't know, just because they're there. Because I ain't even that big of a tomato fan. Unless I've grown them myself, I barely ever eat tomatoes, which is bad because they're good for your heart. So I know I should eat more tomatoes, and growing my own technically did that. Because I was doing all sorts with them. I'd roast them, I'd make salsa and whatever, because I grew these tomatoes and they taste much better when you grow them yourself. As anybody who's ever grown your own will know, when you grow your own vegetables, they're tastier than shop-bought vegetables 99% of the time. Anyways, this year I've planted nothing. I've got nothing on the... Well, I have. I've got a cherry bush, like the perennials. Like I've got a cherry bush. I've got a pink blueberry bush. I've got a white, and she's called Penelope. The cherry bush don't have a name. the pink lemonade blueberry bush is called Penelope. And then we've got Wilbur Winchester, the Wayward White Currant. Now that's doing really well this year. Loads of flowers on that. So, and then I've got a Jared, who's yellow raspberry bush, golden raspberry bush. And so I've got some, I'm going to have some produce to eat this year. But I was kind of, I don't know what it's been. I don't know what it's been. I'm in a funk. I've been in a funk for a very long time, months. And so I've just not planted anything. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just get more when they come out of the co-op, which is usually March. And now we're in May. Or in May, but yeah, we're in May. Sorry, in a funk. Now we're in May. Zero tomato plants, 0 strawberry plants in the co-op. What the fuck is going on? Now, I've been buying strawberry and tomato plants from the co-op for years. This year, none. And I'm wondering if it's got anything to do with a meme that I saw on Facebook the other week. What a meme. Somebody had taken a screenshot. Basically, I don't know whether they commented in or they joined this self-sustainability group, a grow your own veg group. And basically, they'd been either warned or blocked by Facebook because it was labelled extremism. Growing your own fruit and veg was labelled extremism. Survival tactics, self-sustainability is labelled as extremist content now. So I don't know whether, I don't know, I'd love it if if you live near me and you got a car, do you want to take me down Morrison's? Because Morrison's had some lovely stuff. Got sugar snap peas from Morrison's a couple of years back. But the co-op, absolutely nothing. They've got bags of compost and whatever, but no plants. So what do you think? Do you think I'm doing that? Paranoia. You know what I mean? Just because you're paranoid, it don't mean they're not after you. And funnily enough, on a side note, I'm on my second book of the year. Last week I read my first book of the year, When the Sun Come Out. I said on a video the other day, it was called The Templar Archive. And now I'm reading one called The House, which is a sort of thriller type thing. And in both of these books, so within 3 days, and so it hit me so quick, it was at the end of one book, beginning of the other. Just because you're paranoid, it don't mean it's not after you. So when I read it in The House, I was like, he's like, oh, there's this saying that we've heard and whatever. And I'm like, what? You've just said that? And then I realised it was in the other book that I'd read. Quinky dinky. But yeah, so am I being paranoid? Am I, does anybody know why the co-op doesn't have any seedlings this year? Is it a purposeful thing? Because, it can't be now. It's May, and they usually come out in March. Because I'm always in awe of the fact that these are so beautiful and bumptious before the sun's even come out. Do you know what I mean? So that's part of the reason, I suppose, why I grab them while they're there, because it's like, look, this one looks healthy and mine are just little spindly things. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts. Like, do you think that this is, and also to tell me, if you have a co-op near you, is yours doing it? Is Morrison's still selling? Well, I should imagine Morrison's is, because they've got a great big bloody cage outside. But what are your thoughts and opinions? What are your experiences? Is this something that's just an oversight by the co-op and I'm just, reading too much into it? What do you think? Let me know. Thank you for listening to the end. If you've listened to the end, I owe you a bevy. I owe so many people bevies. Come and call them up. You've got to sit with me and drink it so we can have a chat. But all for the greater good. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking around. I don't deserve you guys. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. And please consider liking it just in case that does anything. I don't know. I don't have big enough numbers to get to look at reach and all this lot. And I don't even, to be fair, I don't even check the analytics. I just say what I say and put it out there. And hopefully somebody listens. And if you're one of them that do, thank you so bloody much. And with that, I shall leave you. Get back out in the sunshine because we've actually first day of shorts today. Got me shorts on for the first time, barefoot in the garden, living my best life. Well, I'm in a funk, but the sun's out, so I'm doing it in sunshine. I'll speak to you soon, and never forget that I love you all. Bye.